Sandman.
Greetings friends. I am back with a new video, in which I will tell you about one of the most famous incidents in the history of UFO, also known as the Hopkinsville Goblins. The Hopkinsville Goblins incident refers to a series of events that allegedly took place on the evening of August 21, 1955 in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. It involved a rural family, the Suttons, who claimed their farmhouse was invaded by otherworldly beings. The incident garnered national publicity and has become one of the best-known alleged close encounters in UFO history. However, skeptics have long questioned the fantastical claims made by the Suttons. The Sutton family, who lived on a farmhouse outside of Hopkinsville, consisted of Elmer "Lucky" Sutton, his wife Vera, and their children, including sons John, Charlie and Charles, and daughters Mary and June. On the evening of August 21, the family was visited by friend Billy Ray Taylor. Around 7 p.m., Taylor claims he saw a bright object land in a gully about a quarter-mile north of the house. He described it as an illuminated, silvery disc. However, upon inspection of the area, no evidence of a craft was discovered. A few hours later, between 8 to 10 p.m., the Suttons claimed their home came under attack by small alien creatures. The beings were said to be around 3 feet tall with pointed ears, long arms, claw-like hands, large eyes that glowed yellow, and oversized bald heads. The creatures did not appear to wear any clothing. The family locked all windows and doors and grabbed firearms to defend themselves. For several hours throughout the night, they say the creatures repeatedly approached the farmhouse and peered in through the windows with their glowing eyes. Sometimes the beings would disappear into the darkness, only to reappear at another window. The men fired shots at them occasionally, including with a 12-gauge shotgun, but claimed the bullets had no impact and the creatures would just float away. At one point, John Charlie Sutton reported that he shot one of the beings coming through the front door, point blank, but again with no discernible effect. The family members, including the children, were terrified and hysterical throughout the ordeal. At around 11 p.m., the family fled the farmhouse and went to the nearby Hopkinsville police station, insisting their house was under attack by alien beings. Several local police officers accompanied the Suttons back to the farmhouse, where they witnessed strange lights and noises but did not directly see any creatures. The attack seemed to have ended. In the morning light, they found no evidence left behind other than bullet holes and shotgun pellets lodged in the house. The Sutton family adamantly insisted their story was truthful and that they could not identify the creatures. Their story spread rapidly across American newspapers and tabloids. Reporters who interviewed the family found them to be sincere and genuinely frightened by whatever had occurred. Investigations by local police and Air Force officials were unable to establish a rational explanation for the events. The Air Force file on the case concluded it remained unsolved. However, suspicion in the local community remained high that the family had fabricated the Goblin attack to draw attention or as part of a scam. Skeptics point out many discrepancies and implausibilities in the Sutton story. Why had Billy Ray Taylor seen a UFO no one else noticed? Why did the creatures only peer in through windows instead of actually entering the home? Why were none of the creatures disabled or killed, despite being repeatedly shot at close range? How convenient that all evidence of their presence disappeared by morning. And why had none of the neighboring community seen or heard anything out of the ordinary? No substantive evidence beyond the family's claims ever materialized. Many prosaic alternate explanations for the incident exist. The creatures may have been wild animals like raccoons or birds attracted by food that only appeared otherworldly in the darkness. The family, especially the younger members, may have imagined or hallucinated the encounters under the stress and excitement of the moment. The bright lights may have been natural meteors or aircraft mistaken as alien by Billy Ray. And the bullet holes were more likely the result of the family accidentally firing at each other in hysteria. Once the first embellishment emerged, each member may have contributed more sensationalized details. The true motives of the Sutton family also deserve scrutiny. As poor, uneducated farmers in 1950s Kentucky, they lived hardscrabble lives lacking excitement. Fabricating a dramatic alien encounter would bring them national recognition and attention. Bob Waddell, founder of the Kentucky Association of Science Educators and UFO Skeptic, concluded the incident was a hoax by people who had perpetrated previous hoaxes. Ultimately, while the Suttons appeared sincere in their beliefs, without supporting evidence, psychology and human self-interest make their fantastical claims highly questionable. The Hopkinsville Goblins encounter is a fixture in ufology. While it made national news and has inspired elaborate fictionalized accounts in TV and film, concrete proof remains elusive. In the absence of verifiable evidence, skepticism prevails among scientists. Yet for believers, the incident remains one of the clearest extraterrestrial encounters on record. With eyewitness testimony as the sole source, the obvious exploitability by hoaxers and profiteers clouds the truth. Unless new evidence surfaces, the reality and implications of what happened on that Kentucky farm in 1955 will remain ambiguous. But as an iconic and formative event in UFO history, alien enthusiasts will continue depicting the Hopkinsville Goblins as a dramatic case of alien life breaching our world.